Johnny, our recent documentary on finding a new Dalai Lama, it sparked a bit of controversy and a lot of letters from people out there who are making some serious bloody claims. Oh, we get thousands of letters, Johnny. Yeah, what have you got there? Well, Johnny, we've got a letter here from Sonia. And Sonia's in Hawaii, and she's saying that her 12-year-old son, he's actually the new Jesus. And she said he was immaculately conceived. We all know what that means. That's happened before. And she's wondering, can the Ask Johnni channel be of any help in getting more publicity for young Jesus? She reckons he's the new Messiah, does she? Well, there has to be a bloody new Messiah come along eventually. I mean, the Dalai Lama, new Dalai Lamas crop up every bloody 70, 80 years or so. They've had about 14 of them, and Jesus, apparently, he's only had one turn up, and he hasn't bloody shown up since. Now, it would stand to reason that there must be a Jesus being born out there somewhere, so perhaps she's not as fucking crazy as she first sounds. Right, yeah. Now, has she done any sort of bloody, any work with the kid? Well, I suppose, yeah, if a kid... Yeah, has he done any bloody sort of miracle stuff? Has he changed, like, yeah, miracles. Yeah, miracle stuff like it. Has he changed any baked beans into spaghetti, for instance? Or does he, when she takes him to the local pool or to the beach, beautiful beaches in Hawaii, does he show a tendency to walk on the water? Because unless he can display these sort of things to the authorities, Johnny, I reckon young Jesus, he's got fuck all chance of getting recognised. Oh geez, it sounds like she needs to convince the authorities on the true identity of her young lad, Jesus. I mean, she could take her bloody case to the Pope. The Pope, he's very open to these sort of things, and I'm sure if she gave him the right amount of evidence that he is the young Messiah, well, he could very well be accepted by the Vatican. But I'm not making any promises here. As I said, he's got to do some bloody miracles and heal a few bloody sick people and fucking make blind people see again and all that sort of stuff. And he has to come into his own around about 30. So he's still got, 18 years to go of practice before he can be legitimately called the new Messiah, I suppose, on the true identity of her young lad, Jesus.
I'm coming down there in 5 minutes. You better have those files open, you pencil-pushing son of a bitch.
Well, I reckon they're going to have some problems convincing the authorities about that, Johnny. But we got another letter here on a similar subject from Yip. And Yip's in mainland China. Yip. Yip. And Yip here, cutting to the chase, cutting through all the bullshit he's written, Yip's claiming that he's actually the real Dalai Lama, and 85 years ago or whatever, they made a bloody error, and it should have been him chosen as the Dalai Lama. What do you think about that? He reckons he's the actual Dalai Lama, and they fucked it up 85 years ago. Is that what he's saying? Jesus Christ! Is he bloody serious? By Jesus, that's an interesting thought, though. How do we know that the elders of the bloody the Dalai Lama school, how do we know that they get it right? But Johnny, could they get it wrong? Could they have chosen the wrong bloody? He's done a pretty good job, the Dalai Lama we got now. I mean, they're just making an assumption, Johnny, because they take a couple of canes and a pair of glasses and a pair of underpants or whatever that belonged to the last Dalai Lama, and the little kid seems to recognise these things. I don't know how they tell that with a 2 or 3 year old, but that's how they do it. And I suppose that's not foolproof, is it? Well, I suppose, yeah. I mean, there could be another kid in another village, Yip, for instance. He could be he could be a standout, but they don't even go and see him. Oh, Jesus, that sounds like fucking bullshit, Johnny. It's obviously he's fled from Tibet to go into mainland China. I don't know whether that's a good idea, Yip. I mean, has Yip got any followers, Johnny? Is he even a fucking Buddhist? Well, it doesn't say how many bloody, if he's got any followers at all, Johnny. It doesn't even say if he's a bloody Buddhist. I'm presuming he's a Buddhist, yes. My dear Yip, if you want to be the Dalai Lama to actually live in mainland China, maybe you have to look at getting to India or at least Tibet. But even in Tibet, they hound the shit out of you, the Chinese. That's it. You got to get into bloody India. I mean, it seems like Yip's got no fallback on this, Johnny. He hasn't got a case at all. In fact, it sounds like fucking bullshit. But as for trying to win your case as the real Dalai Lama, I don't know whether you got much bloody ground to stand on there, Yip. It's like bloody bullshit, doesn't it? And I think our viewers out there, I think they think it's bullshit too.
Mark, just let it wash over you, and eventually it will sink in and make sense.
He sounds like he's a fucking nutter. There's a scant amount of bloody information on that shitty letter that we can't really work with. I mean, come on, Yip. Get real. But Johnny, there's a lot of this disillusionment going around at the moment, I reckon. I mean, what about these young kids that think even though they're born a boy, when they get to about 8 or 9, they think they're a girl? Yeah! Years ago, they would have been locked up, given electric shock treatment and all that sort of stuff. And apparently they're helped along the way to becoming a bloody woman when they're actually a young bloke. I don't know where all that's going to lead.
We love each other. What are you going to do about it?
But Johnny, I think there's a lot of crazy people out there too. And they seem to hover around the bloody Ask Johnni channel for some reason. But I don't think we should read too much into all that.
I said, take it easy, baby. I worked all day and my feet feel just like lead.